In 1742, two young men met in this city and became great friends. They would sit at the cafes of the left bank to play chess. Here, they had ideas that became the seeds of the Romantic Revolution. The names of these two men were Denis Diderot and Jean-Jacques Rousseau. They were philosophers with very different beliefs, but they were united against the existing order. Diderot was convinced that the future would be built on reason.
The finest privilege of our reason consists in not believing in anything by the impulsion of a blind and mechanical instinct. Man is born to think for himself.
But Rousseau championed feeling over thought. He was freely emotional, plunging himself into moods of the deepest dejection and the most serene happiness. He cried openly and often.
To feel is to exist. And our feelings come, most incontestably, before our thoughts.
Both these men believed the system of control in France to be inhuman. Both were preaching freedom and liberty for the individual. They were playing a dangerous game. Yet he was not the only one in chains. One day, in October 1749, as Rousseau walked to visit his friend in his cell, he had a revelation that every human being lives their life in a prison.
Man was born free, and everywhere he is in chains. All at once I felt my mind dazzled by 1,000 lights. A crowd of splendid ideas presented themselves to me. Civilized man is born and dies a slave. The infant is bound in swaddling clothes. The corpse is nailed down in a coffin. All his life, man is imprisoned by our institutions. Life is not breath, but action. The use of our senses, our minds, every part of ourselves.
Rousseau had experienced a vision that would become the single most important inspiration of the English Romantic poets. He had seen that emotion could unlock the prison of civilized society. For him, the key to freedom lay in individual will and feeling. Rousseau believed that man in his natural state is essentially good, that science is wicked, that civilization is harmful, and that all cultures are corrupt.
Nature never deceives us. It is we who deceive ourselves. Our greatest evils flow from ourselves. Man confuses and confounds time, place, and natural conditions. The more we are massed together, the more corrupt we become.
Rousseau was calling for the end of civilization itself.